So one of the big stories in the NFL is just the holdouts of Zeke, of Melvin Gordon, Trent Williams. Let's start with Trent here locally. How do you see this thing playing out? Because he's just not happy with the Redskins organization, but he's still under contract for 2 more years.
If he's putting himself, Mike, in a position where they have to fire the training staff to come back, that ain't happening.
Yeah. Because Larry Hess has been there for a long time. Larry Hess is a guy that I know over the years, there have definitely been players who love him. There have definitely been players who criticized him. A good, hardworking guy. I don't know if you're ever going to get players. I know there are players on every team that don't like their medical staff, but Larry Hess is a guy who's Dan Snyder really likes. So if it comes down to the training staff, I don't know, Trent, if you have enough leverage for that.
I don't think Tom Brady does, Mike. I don't think any player can get an entire staff fired. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And again, you're never going to have a 100% approval rating from a squad, but you're never going to have a player that's that powerful. So they need to figure something out, and the stance of the Redskins is, look, Trent, if you want to get paid, if you want to play, then, come to work. You still have 2 more years left on your deal. And I don't know if Trent's received some bad advice to think that he has enough leverage to swing something, or if he's just grasping here.
Out of here. He's supposed to play for a winner. I wouldn't blame him.
Yeah, because, that's what I was about to say is, okay, so he's about, 30. He's had injuries. You don't know how much longer he wants to play, but he wants those prime years to be spent in a winning organization. You look at this squad since he's been here. Just think of all the roller coaster ride. Mike Shanahan comes in here, drafts him his first year. They struggle. They find, Donovan McNabb didn't work. They go through the Rex Grossman, John Beck year. They get RG3. That, miserably. They get fired. They hire Jay Gruden. He's supposed to be a quarterback guy. The Griffin thing ends. They have Cousins show some promise. Cousins thing ends poorly. He's gone. They get Alex Smith. He gets hurt and everything. Trent, every single year, lays his body on the line. He's playing injured. They can just never, and it's just one thing after another, that stuff never works out. Is he frustrated and just wants to finally go to an organization where there's some stability, and he's hoping that he can, use some leverage like he saw Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown? I don't know. We haven't heard from him, and I haven't been able to get a clear understanding. Everybody I talk to isn't even fully understanding what's going on there. But you would think, I think that as they get close to the regular season and as the idea of missing those game checks sets in, I think maybe Trent decides to come, or maybe Dan Snyder's finally tired of seeing, the debacle at left tackle and says, okay, hey, we got to figure out a way to get him here, convince him, I'm going to get on a jet and talk to this guy. I don't know, but I think that they're going to find a way to get this thing done close to the start of the regular season.
I hope you're right. I went to camp. We were there in Richmond for a couple of days. I went there more optimistic than when I left, just from talking to people. Mm-hmm. The people that cover the team daily now, Mike, and I know you did that for years and years and years, they don't seem to think that the Redskins might guarantee him some money, but they don't seem to think they're going to just give him a new deal, add a bunch of years. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah, because I keep on checking in with people, and the stance is still the same. Hey, if he wants to work, if he wants to get paid, come to work. I just got to Richmond last night. I'll be out there today.
Yeah.
Trying to see where things stand. But so far as of yesterday, was not any change, and they had not had discussions about wanting to trade him, contrary to some reports. So. The holdout goes on.
So sticking with the holdouts, you got Melvin Gordon and Zeke holding out. The Zeke, of course, in the division here with the Redskins. So let's ask you how you think that one plays out. Jerry Jones had some interesting comments that, look, leading rusher in the NFL doesn't win Super Bowls for you, but they do use him so much, it's hard to see a Cowboys team being successful without Zeke.
Yeah, I was I was a little surprised that Jerry said that. I guess that's part of the whole game of poker going on here, because that team is so Zeke dependent. The way that offense works, they run so much through him. And I know they signed Alfred Morris, so they have a veteran running back there, but there's a drop-off between Zeke and Alfred. I mean, Zeke is probably the most dominant all-around back that there is in the game, and they've got to figure something out here. Zeke has dug in. I think that comment from Jerry Jones is only going to make Zeke want to dig even firmer in his stance that he should be paid. And so it's going to be interesting to see as they get closer to the regular season. It's easy right now. It's early. They haven't played a preseason game. A lot of these players don't even want to play in the preseason anyway. But as they start getting to time close to the regular season, somebody's going to get desperate, whether it's the Cowboys, whether it's Zeke, and they've got to figure out a way to get him back on the field.